Good day, guys. This is Kenzo Xtrahot-Forex. So I just want to share some very small information. Maybe that might help you. So what's really happening here is when people trade, guys, they just like to see the results. You see, they just want to see the results. But there's so many things that happens behind the scene. You see. So before I continue with that, I just want to let you know that remember, it's 2022. It's the second week of January. It's very early. It's very early actually for everyone to start afresh. You know, maybe you don't really know much about the lot size or the position sizes or the stop losses. You just risk that much. You don't know the broker which broker is very good for your style of trading. So that can also affect actually how you trade. But most of us, or most of you, some of you, you know that maybe last year, like previous year, you know that maybe you were struggling, you did not make enough profit, maybe you were just losing. And I think it's a good time to change. Still, just tell yourself that, you know what, this year I need to do things different. And the only thing that I know, or some of the things that I'm going to point here, are things that really helped me. Yeah, these things really helped me. So I'm not going to read them in an order, but you will just see whatever that how you're going to take them. So firstly, trade one thing. I know I used to say trade few things, but I prefer trading one thing. You see, I prefer trading Nasdaq 100 only, US Tech only. Why? Because it's easy for me to track the move. It's easy for me not to get confused with so many things that I do. Yes, I do those analysis for some people who do that, because I try to show you that if maybe you have a skill like this, if you have a strategy, which maybe like whatever that I do is a trend line strategy, that strategy can work across all those symbols or instruments that other people might trade. But that doesn't mean you should trade everything, you see. So focus on very few things. I even like to say only one thing, because some they will say maybe I'll just trade 2, 3. No, you're still going to make enough cash from one instrument. You don't need to trade the whole. Your people, they have like 8 on their watch list. So that is crazy, because you can't keep track of everything perfectly. So instead of you knowing something better 100%, you divide that 100% with so many instruments. So you know this one 30%, this one 15%, instead of you focusing on one thing, and that can make you to know that thing 100% or even more than that, you see. The other thing is, try to understand the lot sizes. You know, I like to say these things to some of the people that I trade with. I used to say, if maybe you have $100, and if you only risk only 50 cents only, how long do you feel, how long do you think maybe you're going to stay in the game? You're going to stay longer, which is it's a good thing, because the more you stay longer in the game, maybe yesterday the market was just going down, but as long as tomorrow you're going to be there, as long as next week you're going to be there, it means when the market is in your favor, the market one day it will go in your favor. Remember, as long as your account is there, it means you will always make something, even if you lose something. But tomorrow, the market won't just go down or go up the whole week or the whole year. So it means you will take those losses and you will also take those profits. I hope you understand that. So another thing is, try your best to cut off social media, especially if maybe, or if we don't want to cut that, Try not to follow the same people who are doing the same thing as you. Mostly you will end up competing, even if you are not really aware. You see, you will end up doing, because your mind, your unconscious mind, like it's watching, it's just copying things that you see. Then when you go back on your trading, your mind is, you saw how other people making like big profits from very small amount. You see, so that thing is going to come back, and once you trade, those things is going to affect you. Rather, if maybe you want to be on social media, be on social media, follow different people who don't do the same thing that you do. If maybe you follow the person that do the same thing that you do, make sure they do exactly what you want things to be. Like, they don't risk that crazy, they apply risk management. Because here in South Africa, or maybe most all over the world, mostly, I never heard most people talk about risk management. They talk about it sometimes, but they don't really go deep on it. And when you see the chart, how they trade and stuff like that, it doesn't correspond with what they're talking about. You see, so it means it's all about profits, profits, profits. But when you lose, what happens when you lose? They don't talk about that, which is sad, because sometimes the money that you're using, maybe it's your last money. So if you don't apply those risk management, how will you survive maybe next week? It's funny, because people, they just like depositing now and then. They don't even know how to withdraw. This thing also happened to me a few years ago. I trade like almost a year. Actually, it's a full year without. I never saw a withdrawal. I didn't even know the button to withdraw. And I was used to that, because it's like I'm addicted to trading already. So it wasn't going to be easy for me to stop it. So I was always broke, because every time when I have like 200, I have to deposit that. Every time when I have 500, I have to deposit that. And it's funny, because the time I deposit, I know that this money is not going to come back. Because I knew that my skills were the skills were much better. I know the trading skills, it's quite easy. But just because I do so many things, I have like 12 pairs in there. I don't understand how should I place, maybe change the lot size. I just use maybe the bigger lot size or multiple of them. The stop loss is crazy. I don't know how to calculate that. So those things, they build up to just make me a loser. So it's like the whole year, I never, like, if I make money, I make like way too small. But when I lose, I lose like almost 50% of my account. If you have similar thing, this year you can change. I think the thing is, I need to go live, guys. I need to go live with you. Everyone here, my friends on YouTube, or even if maybe you are on Insta or on Telegram, so that we can really just talk about this, so that everyone can understand, and maybe you can able to get out of this trap. Because the more you lose, just imagine when you lose the whole year, that becomes your habit. Now you have the habit of losing, and it's not easy to get out of that, because now you're used to those things. You're now used to place like crazy lot size. You don't really understand. What you know is you want big money. So if 12 months happens like that, that is your habit of losing. So it's similar to people who win every time. They already have that habit. So it's not easy for them just to lose everything. They can lose now or this week, next week they'll recover everything. But there's those ones who always lose. When they make money, they just make sense, or they just make very small amount, which will never even recover their only one loss, which is crazy. And it's true, and it's happening. I saw that on myself. So the last thing is, I don't want to make this video very long. The last thing is, learn how to appreciate small amounts that you make. If the market is going to give you like $2, $3, it's fine. Appreciate that, because when you go on the market, you did not have that. You see, sometimes the market won't really move the way we want. If you have the same mindset and go in the market and say, you know what, the market sometimes won't really make exactly what I want. So sometimes I might expect $10 and the market gives me $5. I appreciate that. Do you appreciate $5? I know 90% they will say no. But if you do compounding interest, that $5, if you do it every day or if you do it every time when you trade, in a month or in 2 months, you can make a very like some very nice money. Why? Because that is compounding every time. It's funny because people, they can per day they can make like 10,000, but next week they lose everything. So it's better to follow the small amounts because you can able to keep those ones. People, they make cash, bigger cash, like very nice cash, but next week or tomorrow they lose everything. They always go back. You see, don't fall under that category. The last thing is always stay on your own lane. Do your thing. You are not Kenzo. You're not someone else. You are you. Don't try to copy everything. Don't try to copy everything, because some of the things people, they just make you to like whatever that they do, but that is not their real core. You see, so that just try to be you. Guys, pain it's real in forex. People, they shouldn't lie to you and say, no, I'm hey, 1, 2, 3. This thing will just humble you. So make sure that you stay on your own lane. Don't try to be an actor or whatever. Be honest with whatever that you do, and just be honest with yourself. Tell yourself, you know what, Kenzo, yesterday, man, I lost. Day before that, I lost. What's wrong with me? People, they don't really ask those things. They just say, no, tomorrow I will recover. That mindset is very, very bad, because you go there, you just want to revenge. But just tell yourself, you know what, I'm going back as new. This is the second week of the year, still January. Go back, relax. Firstly, just use, if you want to get this thing right, you will see. Use a very, very small lot size. Let's say 0.01, only one, and just trade for the whole week. Even if you make profit, don't add much, just to reset your mind, because mostly you trade with bigger lot size, you lose and stuff like that. Then try to use a bit smaller lot size. You will see. When you use bit smaller lot size, you don't really panic. And that is what we want in the market. The more you don't panic, the more you see things before they happen. The more you can take those opportunities. Then slowly, it's where you're going to change your lot size. Simple as that. So I don't want to make this video very long. I think I will just make part 2 of this, so that they are very, very short. I think, yeah. Please, guys, if you're not subscribed into this channel, hit that, smash that subscribe button, like, share with your friends. This is Kenzo. If you want some of free signal, free systems and stuff like that, there is my Telegram channel. Check the description, you'll find my Telegram channel. There's thousands of systems in there, but I'm selling the one which is powerful for only $20. My VIP is $20. My VIP signals is $20. My mentorship is also $20. This is Kenzo, Xtrahot-Forex. Bow.